Hello my friends, and welcome to my kitchen. It is Saturday night, and if you're on, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Tonight we are going to utilize two of our new seasonings. This one was in our Epic box this month, our Kickin Jalapeno Burger seasoning. We're going to use this in a delicious side dish. Hi Carol. We're going to use this in a delicious side dish. We're going to make some quinoa with it, and we're going to use our banh mi, and we're going to use that with some we're going to make some sliders in our air fryer. We were going to do it on the barbecue, but I dropped the ball and I haven't cleaned the grills on the barbecue yet. So bear with me, we'll get that done. All right, so let's get the quinoa into the microwave, because that is where we're going to start. So we need a cup of quinoa, and we need 2 cups of water. So we're going to put a cup of quinoa into our multi-purpose steamer. Now I will post this recipe for the quinoa. Quinoa is it's a grain, but it is a great healthy protein. Okay, so let's get our quinoa into our multi-purpose steamer. And I'm going to not throw quinoa all over my kitchen, because it's little tiny pellets that it's very difficult to clean up. It attaches to your socks, it attaches to everything, and then it sticks to you. So put that right into a Ziploc baggie so that it's done. All right, so I got a couple pieces here. Quinoa. All right, so that's our quinoa into our multi-purpose pot. We are going to add to that a teaspoon of our Kickin Jalapeno. So Kickin Jalapeno, I know, spicy, right? I've been told it's not too bad. I have tried it. I tried it with some vegetarian burgers at conference. And to be honest with you, there was, when you bit into it, you really didn't taste the heat per se, but you could feel it in the back of your throat when you ate it. So what are the ingredients in this? The ingredients in the Kickin Jalapeno: onions, jalapeno peppers, organic lime powder, and sea salt and cornstarch. So sounds delicious. We're going to utilize that again with our dressing for our quinoa. So we're going to add our 2 cups of water, and I'm going to give that a good stir, because I do want to get that jalapeno mixed in with the water, the jalapeno seasoning. And it caught me in the back of the throat once again. All right, so we're going to put the lid on that, and we're going to pop it into our microwave for 12 minutes. So always a good idea, as I've told you in the past, to put a plate underneath the multi-purpose steamer, because it is going to get hot. The silicone is going to get warm, and you want to be able to take it out without spilling it. Okay, so
burning yourself.
Sorry?
Or burning yourself.
Or burning yourself. All right, let's get that into the microwave. 12 minutes. Lid's on. All right. Quinoa is in the microwave. We're going to get our air fryer started. Time. Okay. Hopefully we're not going to blow a fuse. All right, air fryer's going. Let's get our banh mi. So I'm using about a ½ pound of lean ground beef. Probably 1/3 to ½ pound, and 1/3 to ½ pound of ground pork. So we're going to mix those together, and we're going to add into that our banh mi seasoning. So again, you don't want to over mix your meat. You do want to mix it well, but you don't want to overmix the meat. And the pork is just going to add some fat to the extra lean ground beef that I purchased. And you could use just straight all ground pork. You could use straight all ground beef. You could use lean ground chicken. You could use lean ground turkey. This is such a versatile seasoning. All right. So this one has organic coconut palm sugar, lemongrass, organic lime powder, onion, paprika, sea salt, inactive nutritional yeast, chili peppers, ginger, black pepper. So we're going to use about a tablespoon, maybe just under a tablespoon of seasoning in with our ground meat. We're going to give that a squish, and then we're going to quickly make some sliders to get into the air fryer so that we can get these cooking. All right, so we are going to use our sliders from our burger press, and I did this the other night. We're going to make a few sliders here. I'm going to get them onto our parchment liner. And it's just a good handful of meat. Squish it down. And of course the air fryer is already telling me it's time to put the burgers in. And we're not ready yet, but that's okay. We got it set at 12 minutes, so it's probably just enough time, more than enough time to cook these burgers. All right, there's 3. Who? Hey, Sue. Who else? I can't hear you. Lisa? Hi, Lisa.
Joan and Dad.
Hi, Joan. Hi. Who else?
Dad.
Dad. Dad's back?
He's on.
And of course my mother's trying to call me. Of course, because, you know, it's just the way we go. So we're just going to ignore Mom's call at the moment.
I think it's disrupting your...
Just hit decline. Yeah. All right. So we've got 6 burgers that we're going to have in here. Just the last one. We may have to add some time to that air fryer. That one's going to be a little bit big. All right. So all right, there we go. We have 6 burgers going in to the air fryer. 6 sliders going into the air fryer. Let's get those in. All right. All right, I need to wash my hands for a second. And then we're going to make the dressing for our quinoa. All right. So, burgers are in the air fryer. Our sliders are in the air fryer. Our quinoa is in the microwave. So we're going to use our kickin jalapeno. And we're going to use that to make our dressing for our quinoa. So we're going to use a multitude of these ingredients. And I'm going to follow the recipe because this is new for me. All right. So we have, so for our dressing, we need the following. We need 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Let me see. I have another one in here, all the way down at the bottom. Here we go. All right. So we need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. All right, we have that. And we need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We need 2 tablespoons of honey or maple syrup. So we're going to use maple syrup here. This hopefully is going to offset the heat from the kickin jalapeno. Hopefully. We will let you know. All right, we are going to use 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So I have a lime here. I have our citrus press. We might need 2 limes, but we will see. So let's get our knife. Slice that lime in half. Get it into our citrus press. One of my favorite tools. It does such an amazing job, so easy to use, and does such an amazing job squeezing all of the lime juice out of that lime. Just turns it right inside out. Such a lovely tool. And we're going to juice the other half as well. Hopefully we've got 2 tablespoons there. If not, we'll have to grab another lime. So let's measure this out. 1, 2. All right. So 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Now we need 1 tablespoon of kickin jalapeno. I'm not using a tablespoon of kickin jalapeno, guys. I am a wimp. I am a chicken. I'm going to use probably about a half a tablespoon, maybe 2 teaspoons. Okay? So that's what we're going to use. You can always add more. If it's not hot enough, you can't take it out. So, there's our kickin jalapeno dip, or our dressing. Now, this is amazing because you can use this to make, I'm going to share the recipe with you today or tomorrow. You can use this kickin jalapeno dip to make jalapeno popper dips. You can use it in, I talked to a friend today, I stopped by her place to drop off something, and she used it in scalloped potatoes at Easter. And her family went nuts for it. They said it was the most delicious thing they'd ever tasted, and wanted her to make the scalloped potatoes that way from now on. So, if you like heat, I'm sure this is going to be delicious. If you don't like heat, I like the fact that you can maintain how much heat you actually have based on how much you put in. So you can still get the flavor of jalapeno like we have with our cheddar jalapeno cornbread. You can still get the flavor without an overpowering amount. And I'm talking to Terry out there, I'm talking to some of my friends out there that have always said to me, hey, that's not that spicy, it doesn't have that much of a kick. You can kick it up now. So you can add the kickin jalapeno to your cornbread and add in more jalapeno flavor. You can add the kickin jalapeno to your burgers. You can add it to your mac and cheese. You can add it to, sprinkle it on your popcorn and have kicked up popcorn. Like the possibilities here are endless. If you like heat, this is going to be a favorite. I guarantee it. All right, we've got 45 seconds left on our quinoa. We're gonna pull that out. We have, to go in with our quinoa, we're gonna put some, and my sous chef, who's hiding off camera tonight, chopped up some English cucumber and tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. So we're gonna add that to our quinoa. And we're gonna add some feta cheese, because everything's better with feta. By then, our Banh Mi burgers are going to be ready to turn over and come out of the air fryer. And we're going to be ready to plate up dinner. And that's how quick and simple it is to make a nutritious, delicious dinner in 20 minutes. So, let's grab that quinoa out of the microwave. Lots of steam coming out of here. What did I do with... What did I do with the oven mitts? Bear with me while I try and find my oven mitts. Let's just see if it's... we can get it out without the oven mitts. Alright. Worst case scenario, I have some tea towels. Note to self, need to find the oven mitts. Alright, so our quinoa is out of the microwave. Our Banh Mi burgers are beeping, because they would like to be turned over. And guys, they look and smell delicious.
They smell good.
So I am going to flip them over. They may need an extra minute or two just because they were quite thick. There really isn't that much fat coming out of them, which I'm surprised at. Mind you, the beef was extra lean. So we're going to pop those back in. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to actually add a couple of minutes to that just because I think it needs them. All right. Always, always, always lift the lid from the multi-purpose steamer away from you, because there is going to be a ton of steam and you do not want a facial. All right, we have quinoa. It smells good. It does smell good. All right, so we have quinoa ready to go. We are going to let it breathe for a minute or two. Just long enough. I don't want to cook. I don't think I want to cook my cucumbers and tomatoes when I throw them in, and I sure don't want to melt my feta. So I just want to give this a minute to cool. But our quinoa looks amazing. It is cooked. It is, all the water is absorbed. It smells incredible. And you can throw this onto a sheet pan if you want, just to cool it out quicker. So if you're really concerned about cooking vegetables that you're throwing in with it, you could just throw it onto a baking sheet, spread it out even, and it's going to cool down a lot quicker than it will if it's lumped up together here in the multi-purpose pot. I don't want to do the dishes, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to set it aside for a minute or two. Just long enough for us to, just long enough for it to cool down. All right, so with that being said, I can actually take our feta and dump it into our cucumbers and tomatoes. You could do this with rice if you didn't have quinoa, or if you didn't like quinoa, or if you don't want to use quinoa. The quinoa adds some extra protein to your meal. You could use it as well with, you could use rice, you could use pasta. You don't even need rice or pasta with this. You could actually just top like a lettuce and tomato, or a tomato and cucumber salad with feta cheese and the dressing and go to town, right? It's that kind of dressing. So we're going to marinate our tomatoes and our cucumbers and our feta with a little bit of the dressing. I'm not using the whole amount, as you can see, just because I'm going to wait till it gets onto the quinoa. But I have to tell you, oh, this smells amazing. It really does. So our burgers are almost ready to come out of the air fryer. We've got about 3 minutes left. Our quinoa is cooling down nicely. We do have some cheese sticks that we're using as burgers tonight for our banh mi burgers, and you could top those with any kind of. You could top them with any kind of toppings you want. You could top them with cucumbers. You could top them with like a jalapeno dressing. You could top them with roasted garlic aioli. You could top them with your, just top the burgers with this would be amazing. Yeah, the possibilities here are endless. So we're just trying to cool down our quinoa. I don't think it's as hot as it seems. It's just steaming. If that makes any sense whatsoever. It probably doesn't, and I'm probably not making any sense because I'm starving. And the smells in here are amazing. All right. I think we're good to dump this in here. No? Shake your head. Yes or no? No.
I can still see steam.
Okay. All right. Carol says no, not yet, so we'll abide by Carol's rules. I can put it into the freezer. I can put it in the fridge. Yeah. I could just take out a scoop of it and actually add a scoop of this just to show you what it's going to look like. But yeah, we're just about ready to plate this up. We have less than a minute left on our banh mi burgers. How about our banh mi sliders? And we have quinoa that's cooked, but it's still steaming. So we're gonna give it a second or two. Actually, what if I threw the dressing on it? I don't know that it's gonna do anything, but it gets rid of one more dish. Worst case scenario, it's going to cook our lime juice and our it's going to cook our lime juice and our maple syrup. Woohoo! Okay, so and there we have banh mi sliders. Woohoo! These look amazing. I want to check for doneness, so I'm going to grab my thermometer because it is pork. I'm going to grab my thermometer if I can find my thermometer. I'm pretty sure it's in this drawer. I'm 100% sure it was in this drawer. I'm only 99% sure it was in this drawer. I don't know where my thermometer is. Oh man. Oh, there it is. Alright. Thermometer. We have a thermometer. Alright, let's check for doneness on our banh mi burgers. Actually, clean Kim's hand because, okay. So here we have our Banh Mi sliders. Stick that in there. And Instant Read says 176 degrees Fahrenheit. So I believe it is done. All right. So there is our Banh Mi sliders. They look and smell delicious. They really do. And that's a mix, guys, of pork and beef. And we have 6 in total. It didn't shrink down too badly tonight. So there's our Banh Mi sliders. And I'm going to grab our quinoa, which has stopped steaming. We're going to add our delicious toppings, our cucumbers, feta, tomatoes to our quinoa. I'm going to give that a stir. Now we've used all of the dressing. So if this is extremely hot, I guess it will go home to Eric. All right, there you have our quinoa. So it's quinoa salad with jalapeno honey vinaigrette and our Banh Mi sliders. So 26 minutes and dinner is ready. So I hope you got something out of this. I can't wait to share with you the taste of our kickin jalapeno in our quinoa. I can't wait to share the Banh Mi experience in our sliders. Stay tuned. We will plate this up. We will take some pictures and we will post. I'll get Carol to post a review on what she thinks. All right. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Thank you for joining me, and we will be back on Monday at 6. See you here in my kitchen. Bye for now.